So what is a monument? I'm trying to think of a monument to explain to you. Sometimes like a statue is a monument for something. You can go into a city center and there you can find a monument. Usually it's after someone famous that died. I think so. And it's like usually, but it doesn't have to be a statue. It could be even like a stone written down. Exactly. You know, so you're in elementary school? Mm-hmm. How did he how did he die? Mm-hmm. It's horrible. It's horrible. But here it says Mayan Lin drew a design for a monument for a contest. So do you understand contest? Yeah, so what's the difference between a contest and competition? Do you know? So the difference between contest and competition, there's literally no difference between the two, okay? It's the same. Same meaning, same thing, okay? Maybe here I'll read it to you. Her design won and was built. Okay, so I guess she won this contest. Thousands of names were carved on 2 walls. So you know the word carved? Because that's a difficult word. So you have a wall, okay? And imagine you take like a knife or something sharp and you like stick it in to the wall and then you start carving the name or whatever it is. Here. Yeah, let me show you really quickly. I'll do another whiteboard. So here we are. I'm trying to use the whiteboard here. Okay, new whiteboard, here we go. And I'll try to put it up for people to see. Let's see, 1 second. That's a nice looking person there. All right, here. So, whiteboard. Okay. So carved. Let's do it like this. Okay, to carve something. Can you see here? Okay. To carve. So imagine you take a knife. Okay? You have like a wall. And you stick a knife in there. And you start carving into it. I mean, this is not the best knife, but you know. But this doesn't really make sense. So let me just delete that really quickly. Oh, erase it. I think there's an eraser here. How do you do an eraser? Eraser. Where are you? You can do stickers too, by the way. Look at that. It's pretty funny. A little smiley face. But yeah, what we need to do is probably just do this really quickly because that's not good. But you get the idea. Like when you carve something, you're taking a knife and you're putting it into the wall. It could even be wood, anything with a surface. You take a knife, could carve your name. You can carve things like, oh, I love you to someone, you know, if you love them. Exactly. Draw something with a knife. Exactly. So the next thing it says here is that the names were Americans, okay, who had died in the Vietnam War. So you know what the Vietnam War was? You do? You want to explain it to me? You heard about it before? That's right. They went into Vietnam. Yep. You want me to tell you something about the Vietnam War? Here, let's look on ChatGPT really quickly and I'll tell you what happened. Okay? It's better like that. I love ChatGPT. So here, I'll look it up really quickly. So, like, let's say in short, for ESL learners, what happened in the Vietnam War? Okay, what happened in the Vietnam War for ESL learners? Let's find something cool. So I'll tell you now. Oh, everything is in Hebrew, not good. What happened in the Vietnam War? Okay, here we go. So basically it says that this war was from 1955 until 1975. It was prolonged in highly contentious conflict fought between communist forces in North Vietnam, okay, supported by the Soviet Union and China, and anti-communist forces in South Vietnam. So let's see here. It was supported primarily. Do you know the word primarily? Like mostly, okay? Okay, supported mostly by, or supported primarily by the United States. But yeah, let's see. Again, it says from 1955, 1975. There's a very good movie with, it's called Forrest Gump, if you know. And Forrest Gump, he fights in the war there. So maybe you should watch it to get more of an idea about it. Let's continue though. So at first people thought that the stone was ugly. They disliked it. But then they began to change their minds. They found that they could walk up the walls. They could touch the names of loved ones. That's beautiful. So what is the meaning of the word disliked in your opinion? To dislike something. To not like it. Yeah, to not like it. Exactly. Is there something that you dislike? You dislike school. I understand. Why? Why do you dislike school? You hate waking up early? What time is early for you? 7 o'clock? When you say, yeah, but if you say I usually wake up in Friday or Saturday, you want to say I usually wake up on, because it's days of the week, we say on, okay? At 1 o'clock. In the afternoon? Or is that right? In the afternoon? That's all right? Mm-hmm. Wonderful. What time did you wake up today? At 1 o'clock. Is that early or late for you? It's a good hour, but what time will you go to bed tonight? At 2 a.m.? Ooh, it's late. By the way, the next thing, let's do one more little reading, and then I'll let you go, okay? Want to read it to me? Soldiers, soldiers. Pre-dawn drill. So it says none of the soldiers was prepared for the pre-dawn drill. So pre, what does pre mean? It says at the bottom, pre is a prefix. It means before. So before dawn. And what is dawn? Do you know what dawn is? Dawn, yeah. D-A-W-N. No, not down. Not down. It's not going down. We're talking about dawn. Sounds like down though. Do you know when the sun comes up? So when the sun comes up, that's called what in English? Sunrise, right? So right before the sunrise, we have a thing called dawn, okay? And dawn is when it's a little bit dark, but a little bit light, and you have not seen the sun yet. So the sun has not risen yet, the sun has not come up, but it's still dark. This is called dawn. So like pre-dawn. And a drill, do you know what a drill is? Kind of like an exercise that you do in the army. When an army has different drills, I assume that they do. Maybe, for example, of an invasion, so they need to prepare and do things, so they do exercises, which is like a drill, okay? Drill, exercise, it's the same thing pretty much. And it seemed as though they had just fallen asleep. So somebody fell asleep. The sergeant disagreed and wanted them up, dressed and ready to obey orders. So let's go over the words. It seemed. You know the word seemed? Kind of like look like. Okay? As though they had just fallen asleep. So it looked like, or it seemed, that these soldiers had just fallen asleep before. The sergeant, do you know what a sergeant is? Yeah, somebody very, very high in the army. He disagreed, which means what? Not the green, exactly. So the sergeant disagreed and wanted them up, meaning like probably like awake. Up, like awake. Dressed, meaning with the clothes on. And ready to obey orders. Now to obey, do you know the word obey? Like I tell you something and then you do it. Okay. So let's see, in this paragraph, the word pre-dawn means A, before daybreak, B, early, C, difficult, or D, old. What do you think? The answer is A, before daybreak, before the sunrise. Yeah. So that's it, man. I gotta go to my next thing, unfortunately. But that was good, right? We can break down those together, and I think you're doing very well. And next week, same time, I think at 3 p.m. though, usually. Just today, the wife and kids are doing something in the afternoon. I gotta be with the baby. Okay? It was good to see you, man. Bye for now. Yalla. I hope you enjoyed that. That was fun. Have a good day over there, wherever you are in the world. Keep learning. Keep going. I believe in you. I believe in you.